Yeah, you can probably imagine being a little kid and being fascinated by a pile of leaves that is this large, several hundred pounds of leaves that have been collected here in this park. But just imagine that in about 2 years, these leaves will look a little bit more like this pile of compost that's been collected here. It's all that the city is using to recycle some of its materials into things that it can use for right here in the city park.
It's probably one of our biggest areas that we do the on-site composting, mulching.
The city's not just raking up its leaves and throwing them away. After falling off the trees, they're thrown into a large composting pile like this one at Manitou Park.
If they're a certain type and clean without a bunch of other stuff in it, we'll try to use in compost, as you can see behind me. And we have different varieties of that. And then as it decomposes over the years, then we'll use that to put back into gardens.
To add to the soil. But leaves aren't the only things they're recycling. Crews also collect pine needles and let them dry out before taking them to another part of the park for more productive use.
One of those things that we do is with clean pine needles that doesn't have a bunch of deciduous leaves or whatever in it. We try to use those at our rose hill to insulate our roses and help them stay nice and the right temperature over the wintertime.
They also chop up small sticks and branches into short chunks to use as mulch. But everything else that would take several years to compost, like large branches from last month's winter storm, well, that goes off into the waste-to-energy plant. The facility then sorts it and ships it off for other companies to buy and use. So no, while this pile is a little too smelly for kids to want to use for fall playtime, you'll be able to enjoy it in another form when the spring comes along and the roses are in full bloom. In Spokane, Shayna Waltower, KREM 2 News.